Hello everyone, I am Dr. Prachi Kulkarni, fertility specialist, 49 Fertility Center, Banjara Hills. So today I am going to answer some of the queries which are asked under our YouTube videos. So the one of the queries is if you have already undergone a family planning surgery or a tubectomy surgery, or like maybe for the male, if they have undergone a vasectomy surgery, then how to plan pregnancy after this family planning surgeries. So these are actually different surgeries. If we consider about the males have to undergo vasectomy, that is cutting off the tube which connects the passage of the sperm from the testes to the urethra, from the track which gets the sperm outside the body. So then vasectomy surgery, what they do is they remove a small part of the this duct which connects the testes to the track which takes the sperm out of the body. So in such surgeries, we may have to take support of IVF, where we can retrieve the sperms from the directly from the testes, and these sperms, because we are taking them out directly from the testes, can be used in IVF. The second way could be to consider going for surgery again to reconnect these tubes so that the sperms can have the passage connected to come out of the body. And then you can plan for going for IUI, which is like taking the semen sample, processing in the lab and putting inside the uterus for conceiving. So this is an IUI process for which the man may have to undergo a surgery to recanalize the vas deferens. So it depends, the success of IUI will also depend upon what is the age of the female partner, what is her egg reserve, like what is her AMH value and what is the number of follicles in her ovaries, and also what is, if the surgery is successful, and what is the semen parameter after the successful surgery. So all these factors will affect your IUI success. In best case scenario also, IUI success can be somewhere around 15 to 20%, and IVF success, if when you are using the sperms from the TISA, can be somewhere around 50 to 60%. Now coming to the female part of it, like the if the woman has undergone a tubectomy surgery or family planning surgery, then what could be the possible treatment? So the possible treatment again depends upon the couple's age, more on the female partner's age, because as the age increases of the lady, the egg count will decrease. Also, the quality of eggs gets compromised. So if somebody is like around 35 or more than 35 years of age, or somebody who has lower side AMH or lower side egg reserve, less number of eggs in the ovary, then such patients we advise to directly go for an IVF treatment, where we don't have to have open tubes, because we take the eggs outside the body, and with one egg we combine the sperm outside the body by the process of ICSI. In the embryology lab, we culture the embryos in the lab and we transfer the embryo back to the uterus of the lady. So there is no role for the tube in this process of IVF. So we advise the patients directly to go for an IVF procedure. Suppose if the lady is young, like around 30 years of age, and if the egg reserve is good, AMH value is good, her the follicle numbers what we see on the scan is looking good, her husband's semen parameters are good, and there are no other reasons which will cause infertility, then we can consider going for a tubal recanalization surgery. But the success of tubal recanalization surgery will depend on many things, that how much part of the tube is missing, in what way the previous surgery was done, like was it just they've cut the tube and removed the part, or they have just applied the bands, or they have used a cautery on the tubes. So all these factors it will depend on. Also, how much is the part of the tube is available for repair during surgery. So certain things we may know beforehand, before planning for surgery. Certain things we will know only when we start the surgery. So the success rate will vary depending on how efficiently or how well we could refashion the tube and we could reconnect the tubes, so that even after surgery, when we do HSG on the X-ray, if we can see the flow of the dye through both the tubes coming out nicely, then we will consider this surgery to be successful. The success rate will depend upon how your tubal ligation surgery was done, how much tube is damaged, how much good part of the tube is available, what way the surgery was done. So all these factors will affect the success rate of successful surgery, that is reconnecting the tubes. Even after reconnecting the tubes, we have to keep it in mind that because this part of the tube has been cut and again corrected, so there might be some kind of scarring or some kind of maybe what you can say is narrowing of the canal in that particular part of the tube. There might be some damage to the tube, and this may increase your risk of getting an ectopic pregnancy or getting a pregnancy in the tube. So when you have undergone a surgery to recanalize the tube and you miss your periods, what you have to do is you have to immediately report to the doctor so that they can do a blood beta HCG test, and you should go for a early ultrasound scan of pregnancy so that we can make sure that pregnancy is in the uterus itself and there is no risk of pregnancy in the tube, because tubal ectopic pregnancy can be a risk to your life also. So what we have to do is diagnose it early and treat it early if it is in the tube. So ectopic pregnancy, if it is diagnosed, we have to take care of it in time before you end up in complications. So there are these two options, that if we are recanalizing the tube, then you can either go for trying naturally or you can go for IUI process. So as I mentioned earlier, the success rate of IUI is around 15 to 20% if your tubes are again again functional, or again the track is open. So if the tubes are patent, the success rate of IUI is around 15 to 20%. If the surgery is not successful, if we don't see that dye passing through the tube properly, then again you have the option of going for IVF. So these are the two options. If the age of the female is on the higher side, if your egg reserve is on the lower side, if your husband's semen parameters are not favorable, then you can directly go for an IVF process. Or if the age of the female is on the lower side, sperm parameters are normal, then you can consider going for surgery. Success rate of surgery will depend on multiple factors. Post surgery, we do an HSG to check if the tubes are open. Even if the tubes are open, you have to be vigilant about the risk of tubal ectopic pregnancy and report to doctor early if you conceive. So this is about how to go for pregnancy after a family planning surgery. I hope this was helpful. For any further doubts or treatment, you can consult me. I am Dr. Prachi Kulkarni, fertility specialist at 49 Fertility Center, Banjara Hills. Thank you.